Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The labor movement was the principal force that transformed misery and despair into hope and progress." Hello, all. My name is Natasha Williamson, and I am here to talk about unions in the workplace. Are they really necessary? This assignment is in partial fulfillment of the course requirements for Management 6019, Critical, Analytical, and Communication Skills for Managers, offered by the University of the West Indies Open Campus. A brief history on labor unions. Did you know that history records that at the start of unionism, it was filled with bloodshed and murder? Mark Rathbone, 2005. Records show that during the railroad strike of 1877, 26 people were killed in Pittsburgh. There were lynchings and beatings, all because people disregarded and disagreed on how they felt they were being treated by others. Sadly, there were instances when it was the union members who initiated the violence. At other times, it was the employers. Needless to say, this type of senseless violence could not continue to go on. Hence, the need began to develop an organized unit to fight for and to protect the rights of workers. Over the years, trade unions have been instrumental and extremely vocal in bringing to the forefront injustices and complaints from employees in the workplace. Injustice and fair treatment can happen to anyone: doctors, nurses, teachers, factory workers, just to name a few. Consequently, many workers unite to use their bargaining power of strength in numbers to fight for the rights of disenfranchised workers and to secure benefits for their behalf. In years gone by, many unfair labor practices existed, such as working excess hours without proper compensation, unfair pay cuts, child labor, that is, children working for half the pay of an adult even though they did the same work. Minimum wages were non-existent. There were no employee benefits, such as health care, retirement benefits, and there were unfair promotions exercises. Here are a few victories that have been won because of the labor unions. Today, we all enjoy better wages and benefits. We enjoy also time off from work, which includes weekends, holidays, and lunch breaks, as well as sick days. We enjoy greater safety in the workplace, hours of work. We also enjoy a 40-hour work week and overtime pay. In years gone by, workers never received overtime pay. There's now protection of workers or protection for workers who may not be able to speak up for themselves, and they allow their union representative to speak on their behalf. Workers today also enjoy legal rights because of union agreements. The downside of labor unions. Unions have caused the expenses of businesses to increase exponentially over the years because employers have to find extra money to pay their workers increased wages or to pay for the extra benefits that unions ensure that their workers have. Union members also feel the pinch of an added expense because they have to pay union dues, and at times these can be costly. Thirdly, at times unions make it difficult to discipline or to fire persons who might be underperforming or incompetent on their jobs. Unions have been known to promote persons on the ranks of seniority rather than those workers who are the most qualified. Unions can also be political. And lastly, it must be noted that the membership of unions today is declining. George Mary said, "Labor never quits. We never give up the fight, no matter how tough the odds, no matter how long it takes." I would like to say that unions in the past and even now are extremely necessary in the workplace. However, they are not perfect and they also have their flaws. Today, more and more people are opting not to join unions, and as such, they have lost much of their bargaining power. However, it is still relevant in knowing that unions are, in my opinion, necessary today to fight for and protect workers in the workplace. Thank you.